Hey everybody, Kit here. Welcome back to part 4 of my retelling of my Generation 1 for my Brooks Sims Legacy. Sims 4 to be precise. Don't really have that much other than Happy Hump Day, and we should be finishing up the 1.1 entry because I did entries instead of chapters, and also this is a story, so if you want to check out the other parts 1, 2, 3, I will leave a link for the playlist in the description. I do kind of recommend maybe watching those before this. Who knows? You do you, man. It's a story. I don't know. This is really just a spot for me to be able to come back to and reminisce whenever. But anyway, without further ado. Now, Eden was also a bookworm, and in the beginning she really did not have too much time to read. Honestly, she was a little too busy dodging lightning strikes, making money, and those needs were a nightmare. But as life got a little bit better, she found time for leisure and she got back to reading. It is one of the things that inspired her to be an actress, honestly, is all the different escapism worlds and just fantasy, fiction, rom-coms, you name it, she loved it. And this is also a love for fiction and just the world of the imagination that she passed on to her daughter, Hope, much later in her life. Yes, the famous garden. One that Eden tended to quite a bit in the beginning and then not at all later on. Oh my gosh, there were so many times I was just looking at the back of the lot and it was just dead. Dead. Hope inherited the mess. She's tending to it now. But let me tell ya, when Marin, Hope's daughter, because I'm on Generation 3, Generation 4 was just born actually. When Marin left, she was able to take so many harvestables because the garden became a jungle. It's a mess. I'm not looking forward to fixing it. This is really where Eden started to get her start, big break in the acting field, is really that her neighbor was Judy Ward, and Judy kind of took a notice a little bit, came by, saw her vacant lot. This girl isn't really any trouble for me. She really isn't not a challenger to my throne. And really, it could have gone either way, but really Judy saw Eden as a protege a little bit, even offering here to do a little bit of a scene, as you can see, a little bit of a romantic one. Oh, as it were. And it was during this jog, on this day, just a beautiful sunny day in Del Sol Valley, with Eden jogging, trying to keep up her figure, hoping for that big break, that it finally happened, because her life was about to take a turn for the better. Eden was cast as the illustrious Lady Sweeney, a vampire infiltrating a rogue pirate crew, the Den Doggos, and she joined their crew as Shanty Annie. She was to kill the crew, one by one, drain them of their blood, and take over the ship. The plot was very much a B, maybe a C, but it was a paying, reoccurring gig, and she made a wonderful vampire shanty pirate. I mean, come on. And when she wasn't Shanty Annie, Eden was still painting. As you can see, a little bit of a house in the back. Wasn't really that big of a deal then, but it was at walls, and it was soon to be her home. The Brooks family first Winterfest. Just Eden at this point. No littles, no husband or other significant romance in her life. But hey, she made it this far. Merry Winterfest, Eden. Turns out Thorne Bailey was a fan of, oh gosh, what do they call them? The B plot, the B movie, the B TV show, Pirate Cruise. Yeah. Who'd have thunk it? After her success as Lady Sweeney / Auntie Annie, Shanty Annie, Eden was cast as bored suburban housewife Molly Nichols, cleaning extraordinaire, who goes through a midlife crisis, when her son's college roommate begins to pursue her as a hot mama. Rawr. Well, this hot mama, yeah, she can catch prey too, if you catch my drift. The director and producers were very pleased with her performance, particularly with her hoisting the mop in the air. Those muscles. Oh, look! A pink llama! Every Sims seemingly first painting. Great job, Eden. Great job. And at long last, Eden finally had walls around her, floor, wallpaper, windows overlooking the city. She had a bed, and it was cozy and comfortable and warm. Much more inviting and warm than she'd ever felt in the orphanage. She finally felt like she belonged somewhere. Like she was making a name for herself. Even if it was rom-coms and B-flicks. Now, music was truly Eden's passion. Painting was good. Acting was good. But the guitar is probably where she felt most at home, honestly. I wonder what life would have been like if she was an entertainer instead of an actress. Spring had come to Del Sol Valley, a new year, and, money with the garden. This was before the garden update. This was back in 2020, so, yeah. Easy money. So 2 realizations occurred to me as I look through all these old photos. One, Eden was very good at seducing and acting like a flirtatious individual on screen. And 2, my previous statement of 2020 was completely inaccurate. This was 2018. I've been doing this legacy for near on 5 years. Holy crap. Wow. Fan mail and bills? We're moving up in the world, Eden. This is a fairly old stream somewhere on the SimNet. Eden in her unfinished kitchen, unfinished house, just streaming with a terrible acoustics, terrible look, and a really bad drone. This is the way her grandchildren see her, just through videos, pictures, things like that are on the SimNet. They never knew her, you see, and, well, this is really all that they knew of her, was her acting and what TV shows she was in, the tabloids, all of that. Very few people really knew Eden behind the screen, behind the cameras, behind the photographs. And this right here, well, kind of interesting, really. You would think, Brant hacking or what? Or is it Brent or Brant? It's one of the B hackings. It's a hacking. Yeah, you might think, potential love interest, boyfriend, stalker? Why does she look afraid? What is this? Well, I think she was really breaking the fourth wall here, and, because they didn't really have a relationship. If anything else, he kind of sort of broke into her house with, like, barely any green in there. I mean, they were acquaintances. And he did not stick around. I kind of considered it, but she was just like, so. But, Eden, sweetie, this is a legacy, and you do gotta find somebody. Right? Right, audience? Right? I mean, how else are you going to have Gen 2? And how are they going to have Gen 3? And so on and so forth. How do the numbers keep going up? And that, dear viewers, is going to be the end of part 4 of this retelling. In this part, Eden finally got her big break. She started getting a little bit of a house, and, well, adulthood is around the corner. Speaking of romance, speaking of generations moving on, speaking of a challenge, who do you think she will find, if anyone? She's so focused on her career right now, and that's not a bad thing. But there are more things than work, than becoming someone someday. So, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I won't. Again, happy hump day, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your week. And I'm done for this episode, video, part, entry, whatever. I'm done. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.